There's a lot of FUD coming out for Dogecoin and the crypto market right now, and this is why it's really important to clarify all of it. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. So, Anthony Scaramucci, the manager of Skybridge Capital, recently claimed that a majority of institutional investors are still cautious of investing in the crypto market. He basically said that the institutions are not there. Anybody who's telling you there's institutional adoption into this space is not being honest, or they're seeing something that I'm not seeing. And I think it's the latter. He's probably not seeing what we're seeing right now. There are several reasons why Anthony is wrong about it. Let's start with the first one. Take a look at this. Morgan Stanley has doubled its stake in Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. Through the Morgan Stanley Europe Opportunity Fund, it reported more than 58,000 shares of Grayscale Bitcoin as of July 31. And earlier this year, it had only 28.3K shares of GBTC. And then, in a research note earlier today, Morgan Stanley recommended a stock in Silvergate, which provides commercial banking and lending services to crypto firms. If you don't know, Silvergate issues loans backed by Bitcoin. And then this is the biggest one. We've got a fresh report from CoinShares that discusses institutional investors' recent moves. So they published new research, and the results were rather surprising as institutional investors put over $95 million into digital asset investment products this week. This was notable since it occurred during the same week that all of the FUD was released from China. This is the same week when the crypto fear and greed index fell, causing widespread market panic. However, institutional investors have experienced a record-breaking week in terms of inflows into digital asset investment products. We received more inflows in the week ending September 27th than in the previous week, which ended September 20th, when we saw $42 million inflows. So, despite all of the crap coming out of China, this is more than double. It's amazing to observe that these are the currencies that institutional investors are pouring money into, even when the market was roiled by rumors of a Chinese ban. So this doubling down, combined with the fact that October, November, and December are usually strong months for cryptocurrencies, are the reasons I am really optimistic about cryptos. And if we look at this, 4 crypto ETF could be approved in October on the basis of the time they were actually filed. And when that happens, institutions are going to come into crypto like crazy. The point is that Anthony Scaramucci has probably not done his research properly. Now, let's move on to another thing that people are really worried about. I'm talking about the Korean crypto exchange closure. So 36 virtual asset exchanges closed down on Friday after they failed to meet the Financial Services Commission's new standards for crypto businesses. People were worried because industry experts previously warned that estimated losses of more than $2.5 billion could occur because of this. But the FSC released a statement saying it expects the damage to be minimal. It revealed the 36 exchanges that closed down on or before the deadline account for only 0.01% of the Korean crypto market. The 36 had combined cash deposits of only $3.5 million as of 21 September. The point is that the big 4 South Korean crypto exchanges have survived despite all these restrictions. As per local reports, Upbit, Bitham, Coinon, and Corbett managed to secure partnerships with local commercial banks under the country's revised guidelines. And now let's talk about the whole China thing that everyone's so worried about. This article is talking about how China's ban casts on the future of cryptocurrencies. And there's more of this in the media, where they say that this ban is going to change everything for crypto. But I highly doubt that. This news about China ban is not going to be a big deal because this isn't the first time they've announced something like this. They've done this many times in the past, and cryptos have always come out stronger. And no one expects China to play a major role in leading the world through cryptocurrency anyway. The retail investors are getting smarter, and they have a better idea of what's really going on. Take a look at this. Long-term Bitcoin holders own 80% of the circulating Bitcoin. And that just tells you that despite all the FUD and despite all the recent volatility, crypto holders remain unshaken. Now, let's take a look at this prediction. This one talks about why the Bitcoin bull run will continue in Q4 despite September's sell-off. The popular analyst Lark Davis said that, "I'm predicting that this one is also going to end up being a bit longer than the previous bull markets, so maybe we're looking at 85, 95, 100 weeks. Maybe a futures-backed ETF will be a gateway drug for a spot-backed ETF. Coming back to the FUD, another thing is that Bitcoin miners are considering nuclear power as environmental criticism rises. What's fascinating about pieces like this is that we continue to hear environmental criticism mount, and it's all over the place, but we never really see them. There are only a few people who are protesting in El Salvador about Bitcoin, and those people who are protesting aren't aware of this. According to research conducted by NYDIG, Bitcoin mining will contribute just 0.9% to total global emissions by 2030, even in the most bullish price scenario. The point is that there are people who are blowing things out of proportion, and some retail investors and even miners are getting too worried about it. In any case, the great thing is that we're moving to nuclear energy, so we might not even see the 0.9% that NYDIG is talking about. Now, before we talk about some great news for Dogecoin, please keep in mind that we're giving away $500 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment on your favorite crypto. Read our description for more info about it. Coming back to it, one really exciting thing is that we are now seeing Coinbase going forward with this paycheck deposits thing. So it'll be coming shortly to Coinbase accounts, and what that means is that you can go to your employer and you can actually be paid in Dogecoin now. It's actually quite simple and quick to set up. So, with this significant step, anyone who wishes to get paid in Dogecoin will be able to do so. And the floor of crypto will most certainly rise as people begin to make automated conversions from fiat to their favorite cryptos in form of their salaries. Even if it's only 10, 20, or 30% of your check, a lot of people will do it because they want to get paid in a currency that is better than the US dollar. We've talked about how inflation is rising at an unprecedented rate, and that's the whole point here. Now, in other news, 65% of all working Americans are eager to be paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin, and 28% categorize themselves as very willing to do so. Also, it says here that more than 77% of recruiting managers say they are at least somewhat inclined to reward their staff with cryptocurrency. So that's a solid start. If you combine these two things, it might be one of the biggest catalysts for Dogecoin this year. It would be ideal if we could start receiving our wages in cryptocurrency. It can only be healthy for us because of the rising inflation. Now, let's come back to Dogecoin. We can see that Dogecoin is still consolidating around 20 cents, and we may see it breaking below the 19 cents level since the bears are still in control. So we've seen additional upside rejection and established lower highs. The worst-case scenario, according to me, is that Dogecoin could fall down to 18 cents. That's where we have a lot of support. But I don't see that occurring. I believe we're simply going to be range-bound from here, from approximately 19 cents to 20 and then 21 cents. I think that's where we're going until October comes in. So just brace yourselves for some FUD and some negative articles coming out for Dogecoin from Motley Fool and some other websites. The whales are going to start saying some really bad things about the future of crypto because it's the perfect opportunity for them to drive out the retail investors. They all know that things are absolutely going to explode in October. And this is it for today's video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.